It's been called the worst scandal in the 70-year history of the NHS. Thousands of patients became seriously ill after they were infected with contaminated blood products imported from the USA in the 1970s and 80s, and many went on to die. Well, victims and relatives from our region gave evidence to the infected blood inquiry, and now the government's agreed to the inquiry's call for interim compensation of £100,000 to victims of the scandal or their bereaved partners. Jamie Coulson reports.
It's defined my life. Everything I do day to day has been defined by the infections that I've been given over the past 40 years. This scandal has defined my existence.
Richard Warwick was born with Haemophilia, a rare disorder that affects the blood's ability to clot. In 1976, he went to Trelawn's College in Hampshire, where he was given a new treatment called Factor VIII, a clotting agent made by pooling human blood plasma. At the time, some was imported from the United States, where high-risk groups such as prisoners were among the donors. Richard later discovered he'd been infected with viruses including HIV and hepatitis C.
It's prevented me having any life opportunities at all. I haven't been able to do anything that I would wish to do. Haven't been able to raise a family with my wife. Haven't been able to have a career. I've known nothing other than what I've lived with for 40 years.
I've decided to recommend the interim payments of no less than £100,000.
Last month, the chair of the Infected Blood Inquiry made a recommendation that interim compensation of £100,000 be paid to victims and bereaved partners. Today, the government announced it would meet those recommendations in full, with payments made to those enrolled in support schemes in England by the end of October. The same amount will be made available in the rest of the UK.
It's a start. It's the beginning of the road to the end. These are interim payments, and they will help people that are currently ill, to get their affairs in order. But it's disappointing that parents that have lost children and children that have lost parents are not included in this recommendation.
This is just the first stage of compensation payments in what has been dubbed the worst treatment disaster in the history of the NHS. And for Richard, it also brings some recognition of the harm that was done. Jamie Coulson, BBC Look North.